president of UK Diaspora Stoke Diaspora Sacco. Is that right? So welcome, Dr.
Stoke
Oino.
UK Diaspora Sacoo.
Yeah. Now, Dr. Oino, I would want you to explain about what is the Stoke UK Diaspora Sacco and who you are.
Okay, my name is Dr. Oino. I'm the current president or the chairman of the Stoke UK Diaspora Sacoo, a vehicle in which the Kenyans in the diaspora can invest so that they can borrow as an individual or as a group, and also on investment, the Kenyans or the diasporas or the members in general can be able to get some returns out of the investments.
Okay. So how long have you had this Sacco, the Diaspora Sacco?
We have been running just over 3 years. We were registered by the ministry in 2017. So it's just over 3 years since we've been running the Sacco.
Okay. And now, how many members do you have on the Sacco?
We currently have 127 members spread across the journal. We have members in the UK, we have members in Australia, members in Canada, members in the United States, and also one member in Qatar.
Okay. So, what are the benefits of people in the diaspora joining the Sacco?
Now, there is ways you can benefit by virtue of you being a. One thing is that you're joining a community, you're joining a vehicle more of a unity of the Kenyans in the diaspora.
Okay.
Now, what's the reason as to why you should join? It's one way of saving. If you live in the diaspora like me, you'll come to realize it's very difficult to save on your regular checking account.
Okay.
So a Sacco is one way of forcing you or enhancing your saving attitude, because the moment you join as a member, you will be allocated an account rep who will be reminding you to save regularly. So you will save. After you've saved for minimum 6 months, you're entitled to a loan, and you will get 4 times the amount saved. That loan, we advise members not to borrow money and go and land somewhere where you can generate a return. So if you have borrowed 4 million and you want to invest in business, you are able to improve your life. You're able to improve your financial status by virtue of you being a member. We've had good stories so far. We have had members who have borrowed and they have started business. We have some members who have borrowed and they have done some properties in Kenya in terms of business. So we have good for our members who have benefited so far.
So basically, I want to know. It's saying Stoke UK Diaspora Sacco. Is it limited to people in UK alone?
Absolutely no. It's as I said from the initial introduction, we have members across many countries. So UK, Stoke UK, it's where the original idea started. Okay, but nowadays we have members in Australia, we have members in Canada, we have members in US, and we have members in Qatar. We do have members who have expressed to join from Germany. So we are the diaspora vehicle, not only just restricted to the UK, but also as strong as in the diaspora.
Okay, so you have members everywhere.
We do have members everywhere, yes.
Okay. How about like the people in the US, and this is where much of the audience we reach the audience. How have you tried to reach people in the US?
US is one of our big markets we have, but we do have account account reps in the US. We also have a country rep in the US, Mr. Fred Oino.
Okay.
Yes.
So how many members do you have in the US right now?
We currently have 47 members from the US.
Okay. And would you want to increase the membership in the US?
Certainly, it's our big market, as I said. We look forward for more members from the US joining this week. That you are going to benefit, not only just you benefit for now, but you're going to benefit in the long term. It's not just a regular Sacco that is set up to achieve a short-term objective, but it's a Sacco is set up with a long-term. With 10 years, we have a plan. After 10 years, we'll have another plan. So we do not have we do have short-term plan, but the main one is that we have long-term plans. A Sacco that perhaps that I will leave behind, that my grandchildren will come and find, not only just a Sacco, but it will have migrated to something else, something big.
So, and one of the questions we maybe members would want to know: how secure are their savings with your Sacco?
Now, we have our system, our internal control system that ensures that the members' deposits are secure. Now, we bank in Kenya with corporate bank and commercial bank KCB.
Okay.
Now, we have 3 signatories in the account. Okay, so there is no coin that can come out of the account without the 3 signatories acknowledging the reason as to why that transaction is taking place. And in case there is a transaction which is huge, let's say more than $1 million actually, the Kenyan regulation requires that it has to be accompanied by the evidence. Let's say, for example, we are making payment for legal service. We need to demonstrate that we have an invoice while we are making that payment. Those are some of the things that we put in place to ensure that our payment or our systems are secure.
Okay. So that
we also have what is known as an internal audit system. The internal audit system it's a function to ensure that our internal control systems are functioning as expected. If they identify any weaknesses, they will then inform the board of directors.
Okay. Now, how do you elect your leaders as leaders of the organization?
Now, the leaders are appointed by the members during the AGM. Every single year, according to our bylaw, we're supposed to have a bylaw. We're supposed to have a AGM, rather. So during the AGM, a third of the management have to retire, but they're also eligible for re-election. So that's when we are exposed to members, and the members will decide whether they appoint someone else or they will ask us to continue another term.
Okay. And can you tell us some of the success stories of your customers? We cannot reach them, but what the organization has done so far in helping people to invest?
Now, we do have, as I said, members who have actually borrowed. We have 2 members who borrowed, and they started business in Kenya. One of them, if I can recall, without giving much, he does the importation of goods from China to Kenya, and that is where he took a loan and is doing very well. He's now intending to migrate to Kenya because he wants to manage the business fully. We also have a member who borrowed and they developed a property in Kenya which they are renting. And we have also members in Australia, in the US, who have borrowed to start business locally in the US. So those are some of the stories. And in terms of that is in terms of saving and credit. We also have bought land across many parts of Nairobi, and our intention is to move to the next phase of building units for our members. Now, we currently, for the last 3 years, we've been building capacity. Now, the next phase is now to start building units for the members and also for the market. Now, one of the benefits of being a member, we also work very closely to our partners. Now, for instance, we work with Safaricom Investment Company, and by virtue of you becoming a member, and you identify Safaricom Investment Company company property, you get a 5% discount by virtue of being a member. Now, that's not something that you can get outside. Those are stories. We have members who bought properties from Safaricom and they have permitted as an individual and also the same time permitted one way or the other.
Okay. Now, what are the requirements of somebody who wants to join? What are the initial requirements?
Okay, so one of the things that or the initial requirement, number one, that one has to be more than 18 years old. So that's the regulation that is there, that we need to ensure that the members must be mature people who are able to make independent decisions. Number one, number two also is to be able to complete the necessary form and also pay the, which is 10,000 Kenyan shillings.
Okay.
One required to buy minimum shares. Each share is 10,000, so therefore equivalent 100,000. You do not have to pay the 100,000 at once, but you can spread it as long as you pay within 6 months. Now, our regulations are very tight in the sense that if you do not subscribe the minimum shares within 6 months, unfortunately, we have to let you go. Unless and otherwise you come up with a means of being able to pay that minimum share ownership within a given short period of time. Once you bought the minimum 10 years, then every single month we require you to buy at least one share and save 10,000. So in a nutshell, every single month you need to be able to commit 10,000 Kenyan for one share and for savings. So those are the requirements.
Okay. So if I got you right, you have to be of mature age, and then you have to
That's
pay
right.
an initial fee of membership fee of 10,000, and then you within
That's
6 months you have to
registration.
pay 100,000
That's
for 10
correct.
shares. Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah. So what would be your call to the people in the diaspora?
The people in the diaspora, we have the similar challenge. Whether you are in the UK, or whether you are in Australia, in Canada, in the US, we have similar challenges, similar um, aspiration. What is it we want to achieve as an individual and as a group? Okay.
Okay.
Instead of doing something as an individual,
Mm.
there is strength in doing things as a group.
Okay.
And Stoke UK is one of those vehicles that you can be able to achieve your long vision as an individual and also as a group, right? We do have stories, as I've said, that members who have joined within a short period of time, they're borrowed and they have changed their financial status. And that's
Okay.
the success stories I, as a chairman, as president, would like to see you as an individual benefit from the Sacco.
Okay. So so as you don't have a limit of any person in the diaspora. Let me ask a question. How about if someone wants to join who is a Kenyan living in Uganda? Do you consider that one in in the diaspora?
He is a diaspora, yes, that's correct.
Because the word diaspora seems to be very
In the US
serious.
only. No, as long as you're a Kenyan in the diaspora, whether you are in Tanzania, Rwanda, South Africa, in Australia, you are classified as a diaspora.
So, do you have some representative like now here you are being interviewed in the US? Do you have any representative in the US?
Yes, in the US we have a country rep. We also have Fred Okwena being part of the management team.
Mm-hmm.
He attends the board meeting. We have a gentleman called Davis Osire, who is also an investment coordinator is based in the US. In fact, our internal auditor, James Osano, is based in the US.
James Osano is in which state in the US?
I can't exactly say, but I think he's Texas. Kemsosano.
Well,
Yes.
so that is very good that you have representative in the U.S. And maybe I would say you need to provide those contacts. Then we can put them on the screen in the future for people to see.
I will provide the contact. Do you need the phone numbers?
Well, if you want to say them offhand, or if you can have them in the future, we can be able to reach the people and give them their contacts. So, like now, do you have like a website where people will be able to check that?
Yes, you can check our website, stokeukdiasporasacco.com. That's our website, Stoke UK, STOKE diasporasacco.com. Fred Okwena, our country rep, or the US country rep, can be reached at 817, so +1 817 350 7812.
Okay. Well, that is very good. So that if people want to join, they can call that number, get Fred Okwena for more information. So, do you have, before we conclude, any message you want to send to the people regarding call?
Yes, any information, any inquiries, again, you can send to info@stokeuk.com. info@stokeukdiaspora.com for any inquiries. We're ready. And you can also contact me personally on +447931773960. I'll repeat again, +447931773960.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Oino, for having you on the studio. And we
Pleasure
hope
having
we'll continue to meet. And in the future, we'll call you to give more details. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Thank you.